Years ago, I believe there were many growers not even aware of the association, and today I can't believe there would be anyone raising soybeans that's not aware of the North Dakota Soybean Growers Association.
Look what soy has done over the last 40 years.
It takes a group, and it takes numbers, and it takes a unified voice in order to make differences.
We didn't have that type of involvement 40 years ago. You had to kind of pull teeth to get farmers to get involved.
That's where policy organizations shine.
You know, I look back and we made a difference.
Probably you had 4 counties that were the dominant producers. You had Cass, Ransom, Sargent, and Richland County. And I would say if you got past Tower City to the west, you were getting kind of in the fringe area. If you got much north of Grandin, getting close to Hillsboro, that was about it.
I had a neighbor friend in Davenport, North Dakota by the name of Paul Schrader, had called my father and said, I've contacted the St. Louis American Soybean Association office and found out that our farm and your farm are the only 2 members of the American Soybean Association of North Dakota. And he said, what do you think about starting an association in North Dakota? And my father was too busy. He said, I think Paul, you need to visit my son, Bob. I said, you know, Paul, I think it's a great idea. We were one of the very first in North Dakota to raise soybeans back in the early 50s. We've always been proud of that. And I can't think of something that I'd be more excited about than starting an association in North Dakota. And it didn't take us long before we organized and formed the North Dakota Soybean Growers Association in 1983. And that took some membership. We tried to reach a membership level which allowed us to have representation on the national board. And we did that. We got enough members in North Dakota and elected Paul Schrader to serve as North Dakota's lone representative on the national board, American Soybean Association Board of Directors. And it wasn't really that much longer after the association got rolling that we started talking about our breeding efforts at North Dakota State University and what we could do to supplement that. And that's what led to the legislation that eventually formed the North Dakota Soybean Council. So in 1985, when we got this legislation passed out of both houses, and I went to the governor's desk for signature, that was my father. And so that was a slam dunk. There was no way that I was going to allow him to not sign off and approve this legislation. And really that was the beginning. 1985 was the funding mechanism, if you will, that has really that got kickstarted our organization, that has really led to some fantastic and bigger things here in North Dakota.
I was serving with the USDA in Washington, D.C., and Bob Center and I had been longtime friends. We had played amateur basketball together for probably 10 years, and he called me up and he said, we need someone to run the Soybean Council and the Soybean Growers Association. Well, I said, gee whiz, I said, I don't know anything. Well, he said, I know you don't, but he said, you can learn.
Original board members that got together and say, hey, let's get this group going, and I think they really need a big thank you and a congratulations, because North Dakota, from a has come a long way in the 40 years. It's unrecognizable what has been achieved through the promotion of soybeans in the state.
Never thought I'd see people from China or the Philippines travel halfway around the world to look at my soybean field and ride in the combine and see the sample of soybeans.
It was exciting to see because each year that went by, we were gaining more acres and more production in the state, and it was just an exciting time to be a part of it, and still is today. In fact, today is probably more exciting than it has been over the last 15 years because now we've expanded our industry into value-added product here.
I hope people appreciate what the board members on both the council and the growers do, because we're on the board to make a difference.
I think we owe part of our time and money to any association working on our behalf.
The whole idea is not to grow soybeans, it's to make money at soybeans. And so if you grow the crop, join the group.
You have to be part of the solution.
That was North Dakota Soybean Growers Association for me.
It was a group of guys that had the passion and the desire to make a difference.
Congratulations to the North Dakota Soybean Growers Association on their 40-year anniversary.